If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. It is Monday Night Live. We are at High Tops Backstage Grill in Timonium. Ravens big winners some 24 hours ago. And a man very involved with that process, a man who might be the only person in NFL history to ever come out with a fumble from underneath the referee. Give it up for number 51, Brendan Ayanbadejo.
What up, guys? Great crowd tonight. Thanks for coming out.
You ever done anything like that? Come up with a fumble from underneath the referee
All
before?
the time.
Yeah.
Bodies flying.
Every day.
Carnage. It was vicious down there, but only one man could get the job done.
Just how you drew it up. Listen to this guy.
Yeah.
Did you like push the ref in the exact right spot that you would know that the ball would be there?
Well, I told Jimmy, I was like, run through the middle. Don't pick a sideline, because usually when you get an interception, you pick the nearest sideline.
Right.
I said, run through the middle, fumble it right in front of the ref, let the ref fall near it, and let me recover it. That way we'll both be heroes.
It's both elaborate and effective. That's amazing.
You know, it worked, but I just liked his strategy. When he fumbled it forwards, so it's closer to the goal line.
The funniest thing about that whole situation to me was, you come off the pile, you've got the football very clearly, and they're still down there digging guys off, trying to figure out who has the ball. And you're just like, bro, I got it right here, everything's good.
It was like that reality show with the gold miners where they're just digging for gold, but they never find it.
Right, yeah, they're gonna keep looking for the football. So this is weird. Normally there's like a 24-hour rule, but I feel at this point like that's got to be well over, and you guys already practiced for your next team.
Yeah, we already practiced. We didn't watch any film. We just, we just added another win to the win column and just kept it moving. And even when I was tweeting last night, everybody's like, shouldn't you be getting ready for the 49ers? I guess so. They'll be here before you know it.
All right, let's start with the Twitter thing then, because I heard you got into Twitter jail last night.
I never even knew there was a Twitter jail, but yeah, I guess if you send more than 100 tweets in an hour, you go to Twitter jail, and they locked me up for a hot minute.
How do you think men in their mid-30s have gone to Twitter jail in their life?
I don't know, but I was having a good time until they shut me down.
You were doing the same thing you were doing a couple weeks ago, right? This was the I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm more excited than...
You come up with new material this time around?
Oh, it's all new material. You can't be saying the same stuff, but people were kind of telling me the same stuff over that we heard last time, and I let them know, like, yo, we heard that last time.
Yeah,
so
it's still
don't bring that
funny.
weakness. You got to bring the, you got to bring the fresh, the new.
How excited are you still now, a full 20, 30 hours removed or so?
Not as excited as I was because
in the middle of the
we
night.
already had practice, and I got to be up at 6:30 in the morning to go back to practice.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow morning, and it's a Thursday night game. The NFL just they want to keep everybody excited, keep the excitement going in the league. And start playing Thursday night games and then Saturday night games, and just it's a lot. So, but I'll be very happy after we win on Thursday night. I'll be a very happy guy. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'll be chilling watching football.
Yeah, give it up for Brendan. He says they're winning on Thursday night. We were talking about this whole Thursday night thing a couple weeks ago, and the fact that the league says, "Oh yeah, we want to protect you. We really want to make sure you're safe," and then they say, "But turn around and play a game 3 days after the game you just played."
Right.
So at this point, are you feeling it? Is your body like, dude, I don't know about this, man?
I mean, I'll be ready on Thursday, but the NFL wants to entertain you. That's what they want to do. They want to entertain you. So we're going to provide you guys with a lot of entertainment, and we'll get it done.
No doubt about it. No doubt.
Now, BA, obviously everyone talks about the physical demand of playing 2 games in 5 days, but talk a little bit about the mental aspect. I mean, typically you have 5 days to prepare for your next opponent, but you guys are trying to install a game plan, look at the playbook, all of that, and prepare for an opponent in 3 days. I mean, just how much of a strain is that for you mentally?
Right, it's a condensed week, and usually your week doesn't end until Monday after you've graded the film and you watch the film from the previous opponent, but we didn't get a chance to do that. We just put that on the shelf, we put the win in the win column, and we watched all San Francisco film today. So, win, lose, or draw, you're going to make mistakes, and you have to correct those mistakes, and you have to keep getting better, but we didn't have a chance to do that. So, coaches said, oh, on such and such play you did this, or on such and such play you did that, but you didn't really get a chance to sit down as a team and with the staff and watch and correct that stuff, and you're already on to the next team. So you don't really get a chance to decompress and put the things behind you and then move on. It's like you just have to move on. So
the good news after a win being that you can just say we did everything right. Right?
No, we obviously didn't do everything right. There's obviously a lot of corrections you have to make, but hopefully you'll make those corrections in the team that you just played and you beat and you had mistakes against. Your next opponent doesn't see those, and try to use them against you, even though you made them, but you're not going to be able to. Usually you'll walk through them in practice and you'll see them on film as a staff and get the coach's commentary on it, but you don't get as much of a critique this week. So the coaches can tell you one time what you did wrong and how to fix it, and hopefully when you get to the game you won't make that same mistake. Because when we did play this week on Sunday, the Bengals, they utilized some of Seattle's offense.
Sure.
And they came out and they ran some of their plays, and they couldn't do it as good as the Seahawks did it, but they did use some of their plays, and plays that they got first downs on and took advantages of us in Seattle. They used. It's a copycat league in the NFL.
Are you saying that these things that you guys didn't expect them to be doing?
Well, there are things that you never saw from them before, but we had made our corrections from the Seattle game, and we knew how to take care of the problems. And then when the Bengals came out and they showed it maybe 2 or 3 times and they didn't get anything out of it, then they went back to being the Bengals and doing their thing and not being Seattle.
Let me give you an opportunity to be a little bit selfish, which I know it's not your style, but I want you to be selfish a little bit when I ask this question. Is there something more fulfilling? And I'm not saying that you guys ever want to not have Ray Lewis on the field, because you always want to have your great Hall of Fame linebacker on the field. But is there something more fulfilling about being able to say, you know what, we can play too. We're pretty good. These other guys that we have playing linebacker, we know what we're doing out there, and we can win games. We don't have to just rely on Ray to sort of save the defense, if you will.
Well, my role was the same. I didn't have any expanded role during the game, but Donnell Ellerby did, and Jameel McClain did. So to have that depth on your team and to see those guys go out there and execute and play the way they did, then yeah, that makes you feel more secure. As a teammate, you're like, man, my guy really brings a lot more to the table than what we really know he has, because Ray is usually out there. So as a teammate, it makes me feel good to know that those guys can get the job done. But we believe in them anyways. And as I told the media earlier in the week that we had 12 guys out there. There was 11 bodies, but there was 12 guys out there, and then you add the fans. That we had 13 against 11 the whole time. So
was there something?
We had the advantage.
But it still had to be weird, just sort of seeing him on the sidelines. And was he doing any of the Ray stuff? Was he giving you any of the?
Oh, he was doing all the normal stuff he does, but I think most importantly is that he was there and he was supporting us, and he had our back. And also, a credit to the coaching staff. They prepared us for this.
Sure.
We, every day in practice, I line up next to Jameel, or Ellerby lines up next to Jameel. It's not always just Jameel and Ray, or just me and Ray in there. Coach Dean Pease, our linebacker coach, he rolls the linebackers, and half the time Ray's not taking the snaps. So just in case something happens, a linebacker goes down, your communication is there. You know how to play next to the guy. You know how to play with the guy that's next to you, and you have that chemistry in the game.
Brendan Ayanbadejo joining us right here at High Top.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.